So by now, you should probably guess that if you haven't heard from me in a while, it's probably because something's going wrong. I know I shouldn't keep things secretive per se. I'm not saying they have to be Facebook public either, but still, it's been a while. You can probably guess that my life is going in a random shit show, positive or negative. It doesn't necessarily mean which, but just, I'm sure, however, by the backdrop, lovely that it is, yes, I'm back in the hospital. And I've actually been in the hospital since last Tuesday. So to get that part out of the way, trying to make this short, but it's hard to make it short. I had 2 ER visits prior to our spring break for the kids, which they started spring break basically the 17th of March. So I went to the ER like on the 9th of March and was diagnosed with a UTI, but specifically the kind that happens when you don't urinate enough, which is not good. If you guys are new to my story, then you may not know that I do not have a large intestine, so I'm always drinking something, or at least trying to be. But when you get off the wagon of any sort of illness with my body, even if I am trying to keep drinking, it just goes to hell. So that doctor visit and the lab work looked bad, simply put. I notified my UNC doctors. Nobody seemed concerned. The following Thursday on the 16th, the boys had a great concert with Thrall Youth Choir, but I noticed during the concert a sort of familiar sensation of making me wonder, like, wait, I'm on the last day of my medication for the antibiotics, but maybe I still have a UTI because I still feel kind of off. I'll go with that. So I returned to the ER, and this was in Wake Med. Just so you know, there are 3 major medical hospitals that have that in that area. Wake Med is the only one that's private. It has many campuses all throughout Wake County and some stretching out. And then there's Duke University and their hospitals, and UNC University, medical universities as well. So previously I've been told to not even come back to Apex because they're like, you're too complicated. You need the university system where they've got all of these, people who can, work together. We'll go with it. And that's true, but these doctors are also the ones not saying a word to my emails. So anyway, on the 16th into the 17th, it was determined that I was approaching kidney failure again. Newsflash, that happened in September as well. And this doctor was not ready to write me off. I appreciate that. But of course, I was not ready to be admitted because we have been planning a spring break cruise for almost a year. I guess 9 months. And there had been enough drama and stuff with that and other personal reasons that I wanted to make sure we made it on this trip. So I did something really crazy and I signed out AMA. I've never done that. I don't recommend it. But the doctor's like, I'm admitting you. And I said, nope. And he said, I'm sorry about your vacation, but you could die. And I said, I understand that. But at the same time, nobody cared last week. So what has changed? The answer to that information is nothing. So I said, I'll be happy to come back in a week. So we went on a cruise. I'm going to post about that later. But again, hot water or hot temperatures. The water on the ship was gross. Other reasons, excuses. I did not maintain my normal fluid intake, nor did I adjust it correctly for the climate. Beautiful, warm. Anyway, so I developed heat stroke on Wednesday of week before last, so a week and a half ago. And that required a visit to the onboard medical facilities. And they ran my blood panels again. So no, this is the 3rd run, and they still look really bad. And that doctor said, we're going to get you off of this ship. You are going somewhere else. We're going to get a plane or something, and you are going to probably Mexico, but to a hospital to be treated. Now, I, again, understand the concerns, and I'm not sitting here telling you I should be taking chances with my health. At the same time, in this one, just to kind of know, we have, the bill itself, just to see this guy and run this blood panel and one bag of, not even the whole bag of fluids, was $2,500, which yes, we'll hopefully get reimbursed by insurance, but of course means we just took another big financial hit. And two, they're sending me to a hospital that I don't know any reputation of, I won't know, and I barely understand the language. And then the cost, and then the cost to get home somehow. And I don't really know how they thought I would get home. I asked them, I was like, how do you think I'm going to get home? I was like, I don't know, you have to worry about that when you're better. So I respectfully, again, said, I will get medical advice, discharge. So we got home about 1 a.m. on Tuesday morning last week. I went to a short doctor appointment, and that doctor was my dermatologist, and randomly, she's the only other person who seems to care. So apparently one ER doctor, one cruise doctor, and one dermatologist are the only ones who actually seem to give a rat's ass about my kidneys. And in fact, my dermatologist was the one who found the AKI last time. So how's that for interesting and weird? So went to UNC ED, and I'm going to cut it off here because I know that this is getting already really long, and I don't want to skip out too many details, so I want to go talk about so look for part 2.